Alright guys, this is lesson 62 and this is part 2. So 62-2. Alright, let's go on and finish this. I'm going to set my timer for 7 minutes just in case I go over. Alright, we'll try not to. Alright, so let's look at 62-2. Here's what it says. On Monday, 2 4/5 times the acceptable number. 2 4/5 times the acceptable number of rock badgers took refuge in the mountain caves. Then it goes on to say if 640 was the acceptable number, so this is the acceptable number, I'm going to go and write it in there. If 640 was the acceptable number, how many rock badgers took refuge in the mountain caves on Monday? So it tells us that 2 4/5 times the acceptable number took refuge in the mountain caves on Monday. So we're actually just going to bring everything down. Times is going to be times the acceptable number is going to be 640, and then we're just going to get our answer. Okay, so this was a really easy one that's set up already for us. Okay, but what do I need to do with this mixed number before I even work the problem? I need to make this into an improper fraction. So 5 times 2 is 10 plus 4 is 14 over 5 times 640. Okay, so that is exactly how we're going to set it up, and I'm going to perform the problem. Alright, now I'm going to go on and cancel these out and make them smaller. 5 will go into 640. Let's see how many times. 128 times. And this 5 would then change to 1. Okay, so that would be 1 and then 128, which I just brought it down here. Okay, so now 14 over 1 times 128 over 1, which equals 1792. And that is the exact answer. So how many rock badgers took refuge in the mountain caves on Monday? 1792. 1,792. All right, that was 62.2. Now let's look at 62.3, which is our last one. And that was my husband telling my voice to be quiet. All right, so this is 62.3. All right, and read it along with me. This was a little bit different. It's talking about ghosts. But anyway, it says, when the fog lifted, which really doesn't matter, 400 ghosts were spied skulking near the outskirts. All right? Then it says, if 240 ghosts were not spied, what fraction of the ghost was not spied? Okay, so they're giving us two things of information. The first one was 400 ghosts were spied. And then 240 ghosts not spied. Okay, so that's the information that was given to us. All right, then the question is, what fraction of the ghosts were not spied? Okay, now they're asking us what were not spied. So this is the information we really need, this 240. But why do you think they gave us this 400 ghosts spied? It's to help us figure out what is the total amount of ghosts that were in this village. Okay, so that is 400 plus 240, which we get 640. So there are 640 ghosts in all. All right, so then the question is, what fraction of the ghosts were not spied? All right, 240 out of 640 were not spied. Do you see how I got that? Hopefully you do. If not, you can ask me on next Tuesday. So this is my answer, but it is not simplified. So I have to do it in simplified form. So I'm going to take my zeros and cross them out, which you see me do a lot. Okay, that's the easiest way. And then I'm going to go in and reduce. What number will go into this and this? 8 will. So I'm going to divide by 8 on both of those and get 3 8s. So what fraction of the ghosts were not spied? 3/8. All right, that is the end of that lesson. All right, and we'll go on and start lesson 63.